Good day, friends. It is me, HL ModTech, and I am back with another awesome Tinkercad tutorial, so let's get cracking. Good day, everybody. This is going to be a starter project that you'll be able to just copy and tinker. Let me show you what I've got, though. If I go to Your Creations, and then if I type Domino over here, so I'm going to do DOM, I have created a domino that we can use for all of our projects. When I bring it out, this is what you'll find in your project to begin with. I'm also letting you know that I have taken your project and made it larger. So instead of 200 by 200, I'm going to go 500 by 500. If you want to make yours even bigger, you can go as large as 1000 by 1000. The other thing you're going to have to do to make this work is you're going to have to go down here to the snap grid and make it 5 millimeters. This is because it works well with a domino that is size 6, 16 high, 28 wide. Friends, if you want to save this, don't forget it is so simple. You can click on this part and you can simply create a shape so that domino is always available to you in every project you open. So once again, you just give it a name, domino, could give it a tag. I never lock the part size and I save the shape. It'll show up here in a moment. Of course, it would be a duplicate for me, so let me show you how I can easily delete it. Confirm. So friends, that is out of the way. When you open this project, you will find the domino right down here. That's how I'm going to give it to you. And it's going to have a phrase. So we're going to make the word hi, and then the challenge is for you to make another word, maybe your name, maybe your initials, just something cool using the domino trick. So we're going to do Control D. 3 nudges forward, let go, and we're going to do Control D again and again and again. That is the side of our H. Simple. I need another side of an H, so I'm just grabbing them all and doing Control D. Shift nudge to the right. That is going to be the side. That'll be the other side. If I do Control D again, check it out. There is my I. Now I'm going to delete those so that way it looks like an I. And we need to come up with ways to trigger all these. We also need to make the middle of the H. Once again, Control D. I'm going to move this one out, but I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Notice if we stay inside the shape, it's 22.5 degrees at a time. If you hold Shift, it's 45 degrees at a time. So once again, Control D, and then 1, 2, 3 to move it across, and Control D to finish that shape. We find out afterwards we need to nudge these. This is where you can do that. Notice I just select them all and then I moved them 1 click. Now to start our dominoes, I'm going to go with a basic shape system. There are all kinds of options you can use. This one is my favorite. I'm going to just bring out the blue wedge, stretch it out a little further with the black handle, raise it up so that the object we choose hits the top of the domino. And now we can simply grab an object and cruise it right up to the top of that shape. So with those little pieces built, let's take it to SimLab for just a quick test. So there is our word. The first thing we need to do is take this shape and make it static. We don't want it to fall. Now when we come over here and hit play, bingo, we've got one chunk rolling. That works exactly like you'd expect. You can pause, you can double check, and now it's time to return and find a way to make the rest function. While we're in here quick though, I want to show you one more thing. If we hit reset scene, we can now use Control C and Control V to make more bricks inside this project. You used to have to exit to do this. Now we have the ability to copy and paste parts while we're in the SimLab editor. How cool is that? Right now, though, we need to build a mechanism. We're going to help ourselves out by grabbing these pieces right here that will help us make our mechanisms. So what we've got is a pivot, we've got a slider, and we've got an axle. Now let's return to the main build area. The first one I'm going to do is I'm going to use this domino to push this domino. We're going to use an axle. If we do Control D, bring this axle out, I want to get it close to this edge, so that when that one hits it, it pushes this one. I'm going to bring out my pushing block. It'll be right here. And I'm going to shrink it to size 5. And then I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to get it close to center of that domino. So that is going to hit that. Now I'm going to do Control D and move it across to the other one. I'm going to take those two, shift select them, and do Control G to group them. I'm going to lift my pivot up in the air so it's out of the way. And I'm simply going to connect it to the little piece. Because I left the other one balancing, it will stay there. So you only have to connect one of these. It doesn't matter which. Right now, when we move to the sim lab, are you ready for this? Geometry gets fixed. And when we hit play, bingo, the first one spins and hits the next one. How cool is that? Of course, we're going to reset. We're going to move back here, and we're going to take this mechanism, grabbing it from the top. I'm going to do Control D, and I'm going to Shift Nudge, and let's move it down here. Let's do F to fit view, and you can see how that is going to launch our eye as well. The only thing I've got to do is realign it. Of course, as we look at it, it is not lined up correctly. So I'm going to go over here just to nudge it into place. Friends, real quickly, another quick test. Let's see if we actually get two working in one simple system. Once again, there's play. Down it goes, back it goes, forward it goes. Sweet. So now all we've got to finish is the last chunk of our words. Let's try a different mechanism. Once again, reset. Let's go back here. And we're going to use that axle again. Once again, Control D. And we're going to put it on a special corner. So notice this brick and this brick. That's like a 90-degree corner. You can make it a little more obvious by switching to flat view and looking at it from the top. And because of that 90-degree turn, check this out. I'm going to bring out another tiny brick. Once again, shift squeeze to make it size 5. Let's bring it into place so that way that one's going to touch it. We do need to lift it up to the top. So let's look at it from the left. And we know we need to raise it up about that high. I'm going to switch to a micro nudge so I can get a gap. So we went to size 1. There's one click that way. Let's do Control D. And from this top view, it's real easy to just nudge it into place over here. And then we want this to be right on the middle. So I'm going to use that 1 millimeter nudge to get it so it looks like an L. See this corner right here? That's the secret. Now we can shift select these two. Shift click, and group. And then we're going to take this one, and we want to simply connect it to those. Once again, if you leave the second one alone, it'll just stay right where it is. We'll actually try that one on the ground. I'm going to switch back to perspective view, zip to the sim lab. The geometry just became perfect. Let's hit play. Oh, that one almost made it and tripped it by itself. Let's pause, back up. All right, so that's working. Let me show you how we finish. Once again, we got to return to the build area. We're going to take this one right here and do Control D on it. It is called the slider, and we're going to cruise it onto the shape. So press the letter C and put it right on the top. It is now built to slide out this way, and we need something to slide. Well, we're going to use a cube. Still got my 1 millimeter grid, so I can shift shrink this. I'm going to tell you the number we want is 5. We're going to make this one a little less visible by making it white. And let's align these super quick. So I'm going to grab them, do L for align, make the domino the boss, and we want it to be to the top, to the middle, and to the front. I'm going to click on that little one underneath and get it a little out past. Notice that's how it's going to hit. And then we just need to connect it. Now remember, all you need to do is grab one of these and connect it here. The second one floating will keep it in the sky. And then are you ready for this? We're ready for the final test. Sim Lab. Orient yourself. Let's hit play. There goes the H, back, across, and bam! It hit it, but it flipped the other way. Check this out, though. Everything was fine. We just need to adjust it. So in SimLab, you can play with materials. Currently, this was plastic. Let's make it something more impressive, like steel. One more test. Play. Bingo. Bango. Bongo. We have got a fun word using Tinkercad Dominoes and the Sim Lab. Now, friends, the challenge is for you guys to make your own epic ones and share what you create. Don't forget, you can share right from SimLab by clicking on the share button and creating your own awesome video. Get it oriented just the way you want, get the play so it looks the way you expect, and then when you hit create video, it will make something you can share with the world. You can also easily save images. My favorite way to share is to return to the normal Tinkercad editor. And then I always click on settings and I make the background a cooler color. Today we're going to choose this light purple. I shut off the grid. That gets it in what I call presentation mode so we can show everybody. And then we simply return to the Tinkercad desktop. We click up on the properties. Of course, friends, give it a good name. Mine is the Domino Challenge. I'm looking forward to you making your own awesome domino word and picture. Share it with the HLMT23 tag. You can put the tag up here, or with any project you make, if you put the tag HLMT23, I check that tag almost every day. And of course, I will give you a reaction. And then finally, make the design public. And of course, prove you're not a robot. And then I always do attribution, no derivatives, because I always want you to come up, find my tutorials, and gain some awesome skills. Of course, today, this one is going to be free for you to copy and tinker. Don't forget the golden rule of Tinkercad, though. Make sure you give a reaction before you copy. Finally, friends, hit Save Changes. Friends, I do want to quickly remind you about my website, hlmodtech.com. I've got the page dedicated to Tinkercad, tons of amazing categories, and then also day one lessons, useful starters, and Tinkercad essentials. Friends, there is also the sweet built-in messaging tool. You can click that button, add your question, comment, or suggestion, and reach me almost instantly. I do also want to highlight the link to the Tinkercad Community Discord. As you can see, we've got more than 700 members, and it is a fantastic place to talk everything Tinkercad. Finally, friends, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HL ModTech. Of course, friends, you absolutely make my day if you take time to leave a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HL ModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.